Hello, Murray Newlands, and welcome to another episode of Search Engine Journal. In this video, we're looking at retargeting and what Bizo are doing in the B2B space.
Sure.
David, thank you very much for joining us.
Good to be here.
So tell me, what are you guys doing in the retargeting space, and why is this important in the business-to-business world?
You know, retargeting is an important tactic for any marketer. I
Right.
think, as in probably most technologies and tactics, B2B lags B2C a little bit.
Yep.
I think retargeting is now finally starting to hit the mainstream for the B2B marketer.
Okay.
And it's becoming, fundamentally, it's a way of retargeting website traffic in the world of website retargeting to get that second chance to put your message or display ad or an offer in front of someone who you've already spent a lot of money through other channels to get to your website.
Right.
So the importance of it's actually a key optimization tactic to get more out of everything you're doing, whether it's driving people to your website through email or search or events. Retargeting is going to allow you, because fundamentally, especially in B2B, folks don't convert the first time around, they leave your website, chance to get them back.
Right.
So I think marketers are embracing that, and in B2B, I think, whereas display has long been seen as you're going to run a one-time campaign, or I'm going to have a campaign I'm going to run this spring.
Yeah.
Retargeting is unique. It's kind of more of like, it's analogous to what happens in search, where it's an always-on program. Display retargeting is now should be viewed as an always-on program.
And you were saying that obviously before this interview, you were saying that lots of people in the business-to-business world particularly sort of shunned away from Facebook a little bit, and this has really opened things up with the Facebook exchange.
Yeah, absolutely. So it kind of dovetails in the world of retargeting, but also talks about targeted display, that traditionally Facebook, huge audience, huge inventory of display inventory. In the summer, when Facebook, last summer, had initially opened the Facebook exchange, what that did is allow the opportunity for marketers to target third-party data on Facebook. So a company like Bizo, who has this unique business audience data, we now can help our customers, brands that are looking to reach, for example, IT decision makers and SMBs, we now can target very specific audiences, for example, this IT decision maker audience, whether on Facebook, which suddenly makes Facebook a hugely compelling B2B channel.
And that's presumably because it's much cheaper buying ads on Facebook targeting your audience than it is buying them on Financial Times, for example.
For sure. What it gives you with Facebook now, you're going to get the targetability, leveraging the third-party data, and the scale that is kind of matchless in terms of what Facebook can provide.
And when you're going out to a really broad medium such as Facebook, have you seen differences in different parts of the sales funnel where you are targeting them? How does that work? Tell me.
It's interesting. When you talk about, I think of display advertising falling into three buckets. End of the day, a B2B marketer is looking to engage audiences as early as possible, given the length of a sales cycle. So depending on what you're looking to accomplish, there's top funnel goals as a marketer. You're trying to increase, me as a marketer, I want to increase branding, awareness of Bizo. In the mid-funnel, I'm looking to drive engagement with my brand, and B2B, that means engagement with content.
Yeah.
And down bottom of the funnel, I'm trying to convert you. I'm trying to get leads. I'm trying to accelerate sales conversations. So back to your question, I see social advertising on the topic of Facebook really falling in the middle. I've used what we call business demographic targeted display across the internet to get my brand out there.
Yep.
And then what's great about social advertising is fundamentally, and we've talked to a lot of customers, did a lot of research in our own campaigns we're running, people actually have people on social networks, they're kind of there with no special intention. They have time. They're fiddling around a little bit. It's easier to engage them with a display ad to get them to download a white paper. So I think the mapping of a social advertising tactic to what you're trying to accomplish mid-funnel is a really good match, and we've seen that work very well.
And then where do you see this going, and what are the sort of latest techniques in this?
When there's just so much innovation. I mean, I've been a B2B marketer for years. I've been at Bizo for 3 or 4 years now. Just in the last couple of years, it's just amazing the explosion of techniques and technology to support those techniques. Just take the world of retargeting alone. We talked a little about website retargeting, targeting a display ad, someone reaching your website. There's now social retargeting. I can retarget a display ad to folks that are engaging with my social content, articles I'm sharing through Twitter and other social channels. There's CRM retargeting. I could target display ads to to the folks that have invested a lot of dollars to capture in my house database, my CRM system, or my marketing automation system.
So explain how that works.
Sure. It's really interesting. This is in the last couple of years. It's very exciting for our customers who, all B2B marketers. I mean, email and email marketing is kind of core to everything we're doing. The limitation with email marketing is there's just so much email you can put in someone's inbox before the subscribe rate start to balloon, and before they just kind of tune you out. So what's great, we can now sync. It's through cookie matching, where we're able to find, let's say you have a house database of 100,000 people. We're able to then, through technology and the platform that we have, match that to find these people when they're out surfing the internet or when they're on social channels. So you can deploy a targeted display campaign based on where you are. For example, in a nurture path through email, you can sync that up in display. And we're working with companies like Eloka to integrate our platforms to accomplish that.
Now, is that translating into mobile as well? Are you able to start to marry that data across?
Mobile is, it's going to be super important. Obviously, eyeballs are moving to mobile. I think this is, in B2B, again, as I mentioned earlier, it's lagging. I think from our customers, there's a lot of interest in how they can leverage mobile. They want to reach their audiences on mobile. Most of the focus in terms of budgets, honestly, is on content optimization. They're trying to just get the content they're delivering to show well on mobile and get people to be able to fill out forms on mobile. I think advertising is probably, we've been saying it for a while now, it's just a year away. But the targetability, I think there's a lot of companies like Bizo working hard to be able to allow a marketer to reach folks, whether it's online, website, social, and eventually, through mobile platforms and devices.
Fantastic. If people want to find out more and contact you, how do they do that?
They can, of course, at any time visit Bizo.com, bizo.com, and feel free to email me directly, david@bizo.com.
David, thank you very much.
Well, great to be here.
I'm Newlands with Search Engine Journal. I'll see you next time.